Hey guys, Star77 Productions back at you with another review video today. We are going to look at the 11th generation iPad 2025 model. I got this one in the blue color, and I believe there's 4 colors you can choose from. They're all pretty light and not too terribly detailed, but perfect, kind of simple colors. One rear camera in the back, 12 megapixels, and then the same front facing camera as well, 12 megapixels as well. And as usual, you can follow the links in the description to purchase these products on Amazon and kind of help out our channel. We fully recommend every product that we review on here and encourage you to follow those links. I also have the link to this pretty simple, easy to use case, and then some other accessories and stylus pencil options that you can use as well. But this is the base model, the A16, and I think that comes in at about the $350 price point. I think they're on sale now for about $320, which is a really good deal for these base models, and definitely highly recommend. And let's quickly give you just a look at a video on Netflix here, give you an idea of the graphics and the sound quality. I think I had to have the display at about 50% brightness here. A little bit of glare, but you can definitely see how those colors pop and how the graphics are very good. High quality graphics. And the audio, there's 4 speaker system here, 2 on each side. Let's get that up to about 50% maybe. And then all the way at about 80 or 90%.
Guys, knock it off. We're on the same team, remember?
Those 4 speakers definitely output quite a bit of sound. So definitely will not be hurting in that category. And the resolution and graphics are quite amazing for sure, even at the lower price point base model. I'll just let that play just for a quick second. Let me go over some of the specs that we got here. Some of you might not know what's included in the A16 model. That is their A16 chip, and that comes with a CPU that has a 5-core, and then a GPU component that is a quad-core, 4 cores, so definitely quite a bit of processing power in that A16 chip. I'm finding all my apps, all my games, coloring, surfing, doing whatever I need to do, even editing some of these YouTube videos is very quick and snappy. No issues there. And it does have Wi-Fi 6, so a lot of the apps that I'm downloading or anything that you're getting off the internet as far as downloads and uploads, definitely super quick and efficient. And as stated, it's got the 12 megapixel camera in the back and in the front, and that is capable of 4K quality. And then just to quickly go over some of the things that you will be missing out on as opposed to the next step up, which is the M3 iPad Air. There's just a few differences, not too many. That one has the M3 chipset, which is a little bit more powerful, more cores, and has a little bit more processing power, because that M3 model can do the Apple Intelligence, which is the AI software that they're starting to implement on all these Apple products. So that one cannot run this. And then as far as the graphics is concerned, this one has the sRGB color, whereas the M3 has the P3 wide color with a little bit more resolution, a little bit more detail, and a little bit crisper colors. But this is definitely nothing to sneeze at for sure. The graphics on here are quite reasonable. And then everything else is fairly comparable for that next step up, except for maybe the glass. This one doesn't have the anti-glare coating on it, and then it is a 2-piece glass structure, slightly raised, a little bit more weight. It's not that 1-piece nice and smooth glass that you're going to get on the M3. but very good nonetheless, especially for this price point as well, because that one's almost double the price of the M3. And then they can support just about everything else, the Apple Pencils that you need, the keyboard folio setup that you want, and plenty of processing power, quick Wi-Fi 6, USB-C connector over there, and then of course, you know, the fingerprint display there. So it is your typical iPad that will interface with your iPhone if you do have that. So it'll bring in messages, it'll bring in apps that you've already downloaded, it'll bring in settings that you want, layouts that you want, so it makes it pretty seamless that way. And if you don't have that, you can just get it set up on the base layout here. But yeah, as you'll see, if you pull up the camera, it will bring in any sort of things that you have on your iPhone, allowing you to edit them in any sort of app that you want to use. And it can record videos in 4K. A lot of people like to use the Apple Pencil as far as sketchbooks, or as far as taking notes, or as far as, you know, editing a document is concerned. I primarily use it to kind of navigate around a little bit. And we'll have a link to this one as well. This is not the actual iPad Pencil. It is a knockoff, but it is quite a bit cheaper and works just as well. But yeah, you can see that when you have this turned on and it's fully charged, you know, you can come in here and start creating a little bit more drawing. And I highly recommend, my son has the slightly perforated rough screen protector on here that almost gives you a feeling like it is paper. So we'll put a link to that one as well. Otherwise, you know, I find that when you're drawing, it can be a little bit bumpy and not nearly smooth unless you have the predicted layout on. So yeah, there's quite a bit of things you can do as far as animation and pictures are concerned here. Plenty of apps to choose from to do this as well. And it is pretty responsive. Does have a pretty good feel to it. Oops. And when you have that predictive feel to it, it'll give you sharper lines if you might be shaking just a touch, you know, especially when you don't have that rough paper feel using that. But that's a quick look at kind of the Stylus stuff here. And then of course you can use it to maneuver around and take notes, do whatever thing you need to do as far as writing on your tablet is concerned. And then let's see here. Some of the other cool features. It's got very good graphics as far as games are concerned. Let's just show you one of these games here that is pretty color intensive and can showcase some of the graphics just a touch. And if you are on a good Wi-Fi setting, you know, you're not going to really notice much lag at all. There's only a few games in the App Store that, you know, this console, or I'm sorry, this pad cannot handle. Most of the games are going to be just fine for you. And it's pretty good high definition, pretty good graphics, nice and responsive, not much glare, especially if you get the anti-glare screen protector on here. Really good sound quality. It's about halfway up, I think. Alright, let's lower that just a touch. Alright, get out of that one. And quickly, it can stay loaded in your loaded apps here, ready to go. I mean, look at all this stuff I have up. You can easily just select one of these and go straight to it. See how responsive the App Store is. Loads everything nice and fast. I think I have YouTube up. Yeah, I got my Kindle up. Makes it really easy to read. Let's see. YouTube Music. Here we go. Just a quick YouTube video. Let's find one that might have some good graphics in it. Really quickly. Don't want to get any sort of copyright infringement, but yeah, look how detailed that is. Pretty impressive. Nice large 11-inch display. Great audio sounds. Tons of stuff you can do on here. Nice widgets to add that are going to show, you know, time and date, weather, top stories, stuff on your calendar, stuff that you might be taking notes on. Super easy to use, especially if you already have an iPhone. You can set up different profiles. Tons of cool games, tons of cool apps. And let me see if I'm missing anything here. I think we talked about the main differences, not too many differences. And for this price point, you really can't beat it. So definitely follow some of the links in the description. We'll have these extra components that we're using here. And then feel free to add any comments, any questions that you might need. And thank you guys so much for tuning in.